Hello, good morning, students. Welcome back to Mahadeva International School. So, today we shall start biology first chapter. So, the first chapter name is Transportation in Plants. So, let's start with the main topic. So, this is a summary overview of the complete chapter. That is, here in the first topic, we shall study about diffusion process. Second topic, we shall study about osmosis. And in the third topic, we will be studying about types of solutions. So, this will show you the summary of the complete chapter which you are going to study in this complete chapter. So, shall we start from the first topic? So, first is what is transportation? So, transportation is a process of carrying water, minerals, and food to all parts of the plant body. In general, when we come across a word called as transportation, we people think that transportation is nothing but the person is traveling from one place to another place by any of the vehicle. So, in the same way, the transportation takes place in plants. So, who are carrying here? So, the plant is carrying water, minerals, and food to all the parts of the plant body. So, transportation of substances across the plasma membrane from lower concentration to higher concentration region can use some of the energy stored in cells. If energy is used, the transportation is called as active transport. If molecules can pass through the plasma membrane without using energy, the transportation is called as passive transport. Passive transport is one of the three types, that is diffusion, filtration, and osmosis. Here, for example, when we are talking about transportation, that is, let us talk about the water. So, the water will be given to the plant to the roots, near the roots, right? So, the water from the root has to be transported to each and every part of the plant. Like the water is required for the bud, flower, leaf, stems, and each and every part of the plant require water. That is, the water is going from the lower level to higher level. That is, we talk about lower concentration to higher concentration. So, to do that, a energy has to be required. So, that energy will be stored in the cells. So, such type of energy is called as active transport energy. And if the molecules are moving from higher concentration to the lower concentration, that is, whenever the food is prepared, as we all know that the food in the plant is prepared in leaf, that is due to the process called as photosynthesis, which we have already studied in the previous classes. Okay, now the food which is prepared in the leaf has to be transported to each and every part of the plant. So here the transportation occurs from higher concentration to the lower concentration. That is, we call it as passive transport, and there are three different types of passive transports. First is called as diffusion, second is called as filtration, and third is called as osmosis. So now let us study about the first process, which we call it as diffusion. So what is diffusion? Diffusion is the net movement of particles, that is atoms, ions or molecules, from a region of their higher concentration to a region of their lower concentration without the use of energy, are called as diffusion. That is, the energy is not required in the process called as diffusion. So let us see some of the examples which are given here. Diffusion of gases, that is oxygen, carbon dioxide, in and out of the cell. So when we are breathing, so what we do, we take in oxygen and we leave carbon dioxide. That is, taking in oxygen and leaving out carbon dioxide does not require any energy. So this is the process of taking in oxygen and giving out carbon dioxide is called as diffusion. In the same way, diffusion of sugar in water to make sweet water, that is adding sugar to the water to make it as sugar water. Third is ink spreads on blotting paper due to diffusion. Like when you take up a ink, okay, so and take a blotting paper, or instead of blotting paper you can use a some other papers like let us take tissue paper. So when you drop a small ink, the ink will spread. So for spreading of the ink, this paper does not require any energy. So this is also due to diffusion. Diffusion of transdermal patch medicine through skin. Now, like for example, when somebody is doing some work and if he gets some cut on his hand, so immediately if he is putting a band aid, so the blood will stop. Okay, that is diffusion process. Spreading of perfume molecules by diffusion, like we often use the spray. Okay, so whenever you press the knob of the spray, the spray which is present inside the bottle will come out, and here this to come out, it does not require any energy. Or the last topic we can study here is diffusion of capsules, like when some person is suffering from some fever or like from cough, he just takes the medicine. Okay, so the medicine will go directly to the stomach, and from there it combines with the blood and it goes to the each and every part of the body, and wherever the germs are there, or like wherever we are having, like let us take the example of the headache. So when the blood circulates near to the head, so that will be cured. So all this process make use of diffusion. So diffusion is the net movement of particles from a region of higher concentration to the region of lower concentration, and these are all the examples to explain diffusion. Okay, so next is osmosis. Osmosis is the movement of solvent molecules, usually water, through a semi-permeable membrane from a region of high water concentration to a region of low water concentration in order to equalize the solute concentrations on both the sides. So here osmosis is nothing but the movement of molecules, that is for example water, through a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, the main important point to be noted here is through a semi-permeable membrane. Okay, from a region of high water concentration to a region of low concentration. Okay, like for example, water absorption by the alimentary canal. That is, whenever you're drinking the water, so the water has to be absorbed by alimentary canal. Water absorbs by the roots. So whenever you are watering a plant, that water will be absorbed by the roots. That is the process of osmosis. Skin wrinkles when dipped in warm water. So whenever you are dipping your hand in a warm water, your skin wrinkles. Okay. Resins swell when dipped in water. So resins, like when you have a pure leather shoes or like a leather bag, when you put it into the water, so they swell. A tea bag dipped in water gives the color. So immediately if you have a glass of hot water in a mug, and if you dip a tea bag, then completely the tea, that is the cup which had the water, so that will turn into the different color. Or a rice when soaked in water swells, everybody knows this, right? So when you take some small rice and put it into the water, so if you keep it for a midnight, and when you just get up in the early morning and see, so they will swell. So next is a sponge expand when dipped in water. Like a sponge, if you just keep one tumbler and if you put a sponge inside that, it absorbs complete water. So all these are the examples of osmosis, that is absorption. The main thing has to be noted here is observing. Okay, so this is the process called as osmosis. So here we got one new term called as semi-permeable membrane. What is semi-permeable membrane? Semi-permeable membrane, also known as selectively or differentially permeable membrane, is a type of biological or synthetic membrane that allows certain molecules or ions to pass through it by osmosis. That is, whenever we are talking about a plant, so we have a small tissues inside. So these tissues will transfer the water from the roots to other part of a plant. And when in the case of the sponge, when we studied, so the sponge was very new, and when we dipped inside the tub, so whatever the water which was present inside the tub, it was absorbed by the sponge. So this is the process called as osmosis. Example: plasma membrane, egg membrane, muslin cloth, parchment paper, filter paper, etc. So today's class we had studied about two process. One was diffusion and second was osmosis. Okay. So there is one more process, that is filtration. We shall study this topic in the next class. Okay. So all the important points have been given here. So please note down and watch the video for 2 to 3 times. If at all if you have a doubt, so you need to ask me the doubts whenever required. Okay. So thank you so much, and we shall continue in the next topic. Have a good day.